like water, and I asked for warm water.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Patterson Revolution.
Oh, God.
Did you get me even what I want?
Brought to you by
I don't know what warm water is, bro. Like, that's for poor people. Warm water? Warm water. Is that
Just
what you
not
wanted today?
cold.
Jeez.
Now, I understand
Jesse.
Ross drinks his water straight from the Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah, dude. This is for poor people. What are you doing? Warm water? Dear God, man. Oh, just leave it in the box. I'll take a Kirkland. It's in the back of my trunk. Get that Kirkland from the back of my trunk. Who drinks like that? Gross. Grow up. Grow up.
Did we start?
Oh, we did.
Are we live?
We are live.
Good. I want the audience to know this. That
I
is awful,
usually
Jesse.
ask
Right before the show for some form of water. I bring you a
Sweet Giorgio
ice cold
or
Waterloo
Dan
water.
or Bob,
Yeah.
and I say, "Can I have a water?" They know
Sure.
what kind. Mm-hmm. I decided one time, you know what? Let me ask my husband.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me ask him. I'll warm water.
A warm water?
I said not warm, obviously, just not in the fridge. I said just not in the fridge.
This isn't Sanford and Son up in this bitch. I mean,
That's
this
fine.
is crisp. I bring you an ice
Thank
cold,
you, Giorgio.
crisp Waterloo water. It's a fine water. It's not a Spindrift, but it's close.
It's Texas made, right?
Yeah, it's probably number 2. In the great state of Texas, it's probably the finest water you can have. And you want
It's
a
a seltzer.
warm water?
And I understand Ross comes in early in the morning, so much on his mind.
Yeah.
Run
I
this
know.
company, you got to start more companies.
And
No,
this
I
is
know.
crazy to me. Warm water out of
I
my
know.
white wife? That is nuts, Jesse. It is nuts. You watch Bravo every day.
Yeah.
And you come in here and you want a warm water like that?
No, I just don't want it ice cold.
Boy,
I don't want it biting.
that is crazy to me. You might as well wear some Ruse.
Room temp,
Some
sorry.
Skechers. Are you wearing Skechers now too?
Room temp water.
Damn it, we don't do
is
that. Nope.
Easier to digest.
Yeah, this is a Kirkland Skechers move right there. You know,
Dan
just the
knows that.
basics.
It does
Don't
absorb into the
basics.
body faster. Room temp water does.
No. Okay, you
Ice
drink it like
water
a queen.
will burn fat,
It does.
It does.
but I don't need that right now.
No.
No point. It's not a fit pregnancy, if you know what I mean.
Hearsay, Runner. Hearsay. We got to start with the Depp thing before we move into Mike Tyson. This trial is the trial of the century. This should be televised on all the majors. ABC, NBC, CBS, everything. It should be everywhere.
It really should.
But it's hard to find. Bob, where are you getting the trial from?
Well, my wife is the ultimate Johnny Depp trial fan, so I'm getting all the updates from her. But she's just watching it on Court TV on our YouTube
Yeah.
TV.
Okay, great. Great.
But then it's also live on the fucking what's the YouTube channel? It's like Court and Trial or some shit like that. But they're broadcasting it live as well.
So I got hammered last night with DMs and everything else, hashtags, and they're like, Ross, you called it. They were going to bring up the poop. Yeah, of course. He wasn't going
Yeah.
to let that go.
Yeah.
And he called it a revenge poop. It was a revenge poop, Your Honor. I couldn't. And he goes, I couldn't help but laugh. And I was like, yes, dude.
Did you laugh?
Yes, I laughed.
Yeah.
Everyone laughed. Johnny Depp is on fire. It makes me miss him in movies. Watching this trial makes me miss him in movies. And
I
I'm like,
know.
just give him all the parts. Let him
know.
bring Johnny back. Like, we're
He
good.
just has this thing, like when he talks and smirks and smiles and says weird
great.
stuff. Again, I'd be terrified to hang out with him in real life in person. It's a terrifying, awkward.
Why?
It's not that he would do anything to me. I don't think he's a domestic. It's just like his personality and my personality do not mesh, right? Like he seems very sincere and earnest.
Here's some turquoise.
Yeah, and
Don't-
I seem very much like I would make fun of every single thing.
Mercury's
That he
in
holds
retrograde
steer.
longer this year.
Yeah. So as far as that, like the conversation would just be so stilted.
Sure.
What do you mean by that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would just be like a lot of like, oh no, I was just joking. why would you joke about something so,
Would you get eventually just like pretty frustrated with it?
Jesse would, yes,
Yes.
of course. yeah.
Frustrated enough to cut his finger off?
Yeah. No, again. If I had gotten to the point where we were entangled, where we were married, where I like got his bullshit, he got my bullshit, sure. But I'm just saying like a hang of our first hang. He's an awkward dude, but it's fascinating to watch though.
It is. We got a hundo thrown our way for Craigers. Let's go, boys and gals. Damn right. We're having a show today, Nooners. Not only is the Depp trial in full mother squeezing effect, but Mike Tyson just beat the shit out of a man on a plane. We got footage, kids. Whew. This is a story that I woke up to and I was excited to start the day.
Yeah.
Now, I'll preface this before Bob shows this footage. An overzealous fan got on a plane in what appears to be first class international, humble brag, been on it. It's a nice flight, right? So it's not like he's in the back of a Spirit plane or a Southwest plane where shit gets wild anyways. This appears to be a nice, normal, first class international flight. And these fans were chatting with him behind him and they asked for a picture. Mike obliged. He was super nice about it. He said, hey, thanks, guys. Whatever he says, right? Sure. And then the guys wouldn't let up. They just kept trying to talk to him through the seat. I don't know what was said to cause this, but I had to imagine that it was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So we're going to go ahead and roll this footage here because this is every white man's worst nightmare right here.
Right, but this guy, this guy.
We know this guy. We know the guy.
And he should have been punched.
You see this guy immediately.
Yeah. Let's see it right now. Let's pop this up here. Get it. Press play.
Mike Tyson, bro. This shit crazy, bro. Mike Tyson. My dog done got lit, man. He over here rapping with Tyson. Mike Tyson trying to give us some shrooms. You don't know how to act. Tyson looking out, man. This shit crazy as fuck.
Should have never gave you his money.
Oh, boy. You say the N-word?
It was bleeped.
There we go.
Nice.
Mike Tyson, bro. This shit crazy.
That's what he wanted to have happen, though.
That
guy.
I don't think he wanted to be punched by Mike Tyson. No one wants to be punched by Mike Tyson. That's fucking insane. That's insane.
Why else would you do all of that?
I just genuinely think like there is people that you've seen around super famous people and they just lose their fucking mind where they're just like, oh my God. And then every person thinks that person, whoever the famous person is, will be their best friend in real life if they ever got to meet, where it's like, oh, yo, dude, it's Mike Tyson. Like, we would be boys, dude. He smokes weed, talk about fighting, talk about cool shit. And then you actually get the chance and you just lose your mind. And then it escalates to the point where it's just like, well, now you're getting punched in the face by one of your idols.
This is what happens when you go to the carnival, you spend $100 to pet the tiger. And you pet the tiger, and it's fine. And then you want to grab the tiger's tail. And even though it's really doped up.
What fucking carnival are you going to? As a tiger.
And then the tiger bites you.
Yeah, that you're able to pull the... Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. But, I mean, this guy, yeah.
Yeah. We know him. We know him.
It doesn't seem like a good idea to bother and like antagonize a convicted rapist and world famous puncher.
Yeah.
Former heavyweight champion of the world, a man who bit another man's ear off in a competition with thousands of cameras on him.
That's why I'm saying.
To be fair, he used his tax lawyer to defend himself, so we'll never actually know.
That's why I'm saying he wanted this to happen. Like, he wanted the story of being punched.
I don't think so. Bob, pull up the shot of him afterwards, because he filed a police report, and they obviously took pictures of his face, and he's bleeding out of his head. And no one sane wants this to happen. I'm telling you right now. Like, if one of those would have connected cleanly, it just seemed like he was fucked up, and he was excited, this guy.
Okay.
Look at that.
They said he was, or Mike Tyson's people said he was like pretty, like the dude bothering him was hammered.
Hammered. And like, dude, I've seen it a million times where it's just like, okay, great. Shit, going out with, last time we went out with Chuck Liddell, Shit got so wild. Do you remember that? We were in the suite. Shit got so wild. We were inside of a suite, and a woman threw a cell phone at Chuck into the suite to take a selfie of himself and then to give back to her husband. I was like, I mean, just chucked a fucking $1,200 iPhone into the suite. We were just like, what? In what world, dude?
Why can't we just throw panties and bras like we used to?
Yeah.
Why do we have to throw cell phones at people?
And like make me work.
Yeah. And like, God forbid that would have hit Chuck in the face. Then what? Then what would have happened? Like, then he's got to beat up homegirl's husband just for being a fucking idiot, where you're just like, man, I mean, just chucked an iPhone into the suite and it was just like, all right, I guess we're doing this, like, you know, and Chuck was cool about it. He took a picture and just threw it back. And I was like, you know, but he looked at me and he goes, what happens if she dropped the phone, it breaks, I could have been charged for that and everything else. And it's like, dude, people just lose their fucking minds. And that's exactly what happened to Homeboy here. Show that face one more time. Even the face of this guy.
Is anyone, I know, it's one of those just like, see? Like,
I just think he's rocked. He's fucking hammered.
He has got to be fucked up. I like the idea of just an old school beat down.
Yeah.
Like, you know, puncher's punch. It's like, what are you gonna do, right? Like, I like that, like, it shut it down.
Yeah, shut it down real quick.
Some shit would have been going on the entire flight.
Now,
and Mike was like, look,
I
know how to stop this. Are people going to be on my side? Yeah, probably. I am.
The other wilder part of this story is, so after this happened, he just gets up, Mike Tyson just gets up and walks off the flight. So nobody did anything.
No, because they're all like, uh-huh.
And he was flying from San Francisco to LA. I've been on that flight a million times. It's every hour. You can just hop on another plane. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, there's flights every hour on the hour going to San Fran to LA. I don't know how he got that nice of a plane from San Fran to LA, but congratulations.
Right.
I was probably that one that day. Like, everybody gets one lucky international flight where you're just like, oh, shit, this is nice. Never happens. And then it happened. He's like, all right, well, fuck it. I guess I'll fly, you know, on another plane.
Yeah, never again, probably. He's going to have to go private.
He can't, though. Like, he still owes the IRS money. Like, he doesn't have it yet. One of these major deals has to come through for him. And he got boned on that Triller fight. They never paid him, he said.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so, you know, common theme with Triller, apparently. Yeah, I got a call about it the other day from a friend of ours who was like, hey, man, what's the story with Triller? I haven't received my payment yet. And I was like, oh,
yes.
you probably won't. You probably won't ever see a cent of that. But I stand by Mike in this one. So hashtag stand by Mike. This isn't like a wild incident to me where I'm like, he deserved it. Homeboy deserved it. But I'm sure he'll file some bullshit lawsuit and, you know.
Yeah.
My only hope is they at least got a breathalyzer off this guy. Because when he does decide to sue, Jesse, that when he does decide to sue, they have a number on it where it's just like, all right, his BAC was 0.28. What do you got going on there?
What?
You're looking at the computer. What do you got going on?
I'm looking at the computer.
Oh, okay. Is there a hot news story? What do you got there?
No, it's just the Depp stuff.
Yeah, she's looking at her horoscope today.
Yeah, you looking at your horoscope today? We got a show going on here, James. Let's go today.
I'll call you out every time you're fucking looking at your fucking...
Well, no, share aloud, though.
No, I will share after you're done with your fucking story and the camera was on you.
I'm all done. What do we got? What's going on in the Depp? What do we got in the Depp
Whatever,
trial?
just that she roundhoused him and admitted to it.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot in there.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
By the way, her lawyer the cross-examination the other day was like, man, I don't know what they're even trying to do. Like, her lawyer will just like ask Johnny Depp questions that are like leading and fucked up, and then he'll be like, no, that's not how it happened. And then he'll be like, well, I'll take that as a yes. And that, like, literally just like, so I'll take that as an admission that yes, you're evil.
Yeah.
And then one of the times he was trying to explain something and the lawyer just cut him off and was like, "Wait, you know what? We're just gonna say you did it. We're just gonna say you did it." And he's like, "No, I'm trying to explain." And he's like, "Well, you know what? Like, we have stuff to do. Okay, you've been talking for a while. Okay, these people have lives to lead. We can't just sit here for your explanation."
By the way, he does talk for a while, though.
He does.
Yeah.
Like, his lawyer lets him go off because... Is it his lawyer or her lawyer that lets him go, like...
His lawyer lets him kind of ramble.
Kind of go.
But I do actually think that was, like, low-key important because it sounded weird at first until you heard the recordings. And you can tell that that's just how he always sounds.
Yes.
Whereas you're going to get Amber Heard on the stand after those recordings, and she's going to be quite a bit more polished and put together and not sound like
Yes.
One of them's going to sound like they're acting.
Exactly. But he was coming down the stairs and this is admitted by her on a recording, and she just roundhouse punched him in the side of the face.
I have a question. That's a very expert technique. So
Yeah,
does that show,
roundhouse?
like, premeditation? Like she's been training to hit him in a way?
Yeah, because, and coming down the stairs and sucker punch roundhousing.
Yeah.
I assume she's fight trained. She's
Yeah.
in a fucking superhero movie.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
in, what is it?
Aquaman.
Yeah.
Aquaman,
Yeah.
Yeah. She's good to go. Let her fucking roundhouse everybody, dude.
Was it a roundhouse or like kind of like a spinning back fist?
Probably a spinning back fist. I'm sure they mislabeled that, you know?
Yeah, I give the advantage to her in the hand-to-hand combat, but then Johnny in the sword play.
Oh, yeah.
Pirates.
And then when she jumps down from places, it's like the spread, you know?
Yeah.
And then she puts her hand on the
Yeah,
ground.
the power up, and then she hits him with the uppercut. ready
Looking
to go.
down and then looks up.
He also said he's not doing another Pirates, by the way. That's it. No more Pirates. I'm all done with Pirates.
He said that on the stand? Oh.
Yeah, because Disney fucked him. He was like, I don't have any interest in working with them anymore.
No, he's going to get way better shit after this.
Yeah, James, you got to stop with the Downtown Abbey and really get into this Depp trial. It's the greatest TV we've had maybe since the OJ trial, I'd say, Bob.
No.
Who tops this?
Did you watch the Casey Anthony trial? That was great.
Oh, shit, that was great. The stories behind the scene that were better, where she was running buck naked through the law firm, fucking Baez. You know she was fucking her attorney. She didn't have any money.
Yeah.
It was fucking wild.
She's had a bit of a glow up too since.
Yeah.
She looks better.
She looks hot. She looks like she's ready to have another baby again.
Right. And then even after that, I think the all day manhunt of the Boston bomber, that was riveting. TV.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing. Dude, I got caught up in that because that went super late into the evening, like 3, 4 in the morning, and I wouldn't stop.
I watched it the entire time at the
Same.
fraternity house.
Yeah. Dude, I was up the entire night. That was yes, you're correct. That was one of the greatest nights ever. Because he ended up in that fucking boat in the backyard. And I was like, dude, are they just going to light up the boat?
For hours.
Hours.
He was in the boat for hours.
Why not just light up that boat? As I was like, dude, bring out the ARs. Let's fucking light up the boat. Or a blowtorch. Let's set that fucker on fire and watch him burn in there. That would have been rad. But yeah, those are top 5 easily. But this Depp shit, you should get into it at night. Replay this shit on YouTube. It is fucking incredible. I mean, just absolutely amazing. And the TikToks, people are stitching together the footage. Those are a fucking blast. TikTok has completely destroyed Instagram now, by the way. I mean, it's not even fucking close anymore. People are now just sharing TikToks on their own fucking Instagram. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Like, what are we doing with Instagram? Instagram's like a rehash now of this shit.
It's just a central location to share from anywhere.
I guess.
What you want to do.
We have one set up for Drinking Bros, and now it just gives you the option to send it to Instagram on its own. Mm-hmm. But it has the TikTok logo. It feels like Instagram is now just become an advertising tool for TikTok. And that's kind of
Instagram died when they changed it from chronological order.
Yeah.
That, and then the fucking warning labels at the bottom of memes and shit like that. This meme isn't true.
Oh, well, that sucks. But like the whole use of the platform changed, and it just sponsored content. And I think there was like a quote from the CEO that's like, "We are no longer a photo sharing app."
It's also meme trickle down economy, which has always existed. Like everything used to start on Reddit.
Yep.
And then it would go to Twitter.
Yep.
Then Instagram, and then Facebook. Like Facebook was always like weeks behind.
Put some respect on 9gag, the other front page of the internet.
No, we're not doing 9gag today, okay? We're not doing 8shit.com. We're not doing 9gag. We're not doing any of that. Yesterday, we talked about Netflix collapsing on Drinking Bros. And we had a conversation here with the three of us of like, I think HBO's the king, where they've had a huge series every time out. Ironically, and I don't know how this matched up today or why. So Netflix lost 200,000 subscribers, and they also projected they're going to lose 2.5 million more next quarter on top of that. Big boy number. Stock, it just keeps falling. It's down another 5% this morning.
Is it time to buy?
No, it is definitely not. Okay. And with HBO, they came out with their numbers this morning. They have added 2 million subscribers. Fair to say that HBO is king now. Winning Time, great. I like that Mink show, great. The only thing I don't like about Winning Time is they're fudging some of the numbers on some of these games at the end. And I'm like, hey, dude, you can't just recreate a real score that happened in real life. Jerry Buss, by the way, no, not Jerry, Jerry West has asked for a public apology because he's not happy the way that he's been portrayed.
Kareem wrote an entire Substack article about it too. How it's just very, it's just they're not being honest.
No, and they're basing it
Jerry
off of
West
a book.
Looks like a badass.
Well, look, if you look at the time frame, that happened 42 years ago. He's probably 80 now. I'm guessing, Bob. Is Jerry West 80 now? Somewhere in there. And he's got grandkids and all this other shit. And
83.
83, okay. He's got grandkids and a family and everything else. And like, if you're going to show him cheating on his wife and just, banging the shit out of some girl in another room, which they showed in Winning Time, it better be accurate, you know? And I guess they've ripped it off of this book, and they're saying, well, there was a book written about it. And Jerry West, in this statement, because he filed a complaint, not a full lawsuit yet, but a complaint, and said, I want a full retraction on this, on my character and everything else. Because he goes, I read that fucking book too. And he goes, none of that shit's in the book either. So you're just adding to that. And if you're trying to say it was based off the book, the shit that you're showing wasn't in the book either. So you're just taking liberties with all of it. I found it interesting that a title card popped up episode 2 saying that some of these characters have been fictionalized and some of the actions and everything else. I wonder if enough people bitched after episode 1 and was just like, hey, dude, we're going to fucking sue you.
So you don't think Jerry West ever did that?
I don't know.
Your heart of hearts.
Look, do I have a guess? Yes. But
a
guess is hard to put on screen.
Sure, but I just associate basketball with just cheating.
Yeah.
And fucking.
Yeah.
And rape. Light rape.
I don't know, but who's raping who?
Light rape.
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose did some stuff.
Oh, yeah. But did that ever come to...
Either they're accused and it's not right or whatever, but there's always like a weird...
Let's just call it non-consensual.
Yeah. It's a very sexual sport. I don't know why.
You know, it's a sexy game.
It's a sexy game, sure.
There's no helmets. You fly through the air. Probably of all the sports, you know, when it's good, when basketball is good, it's great. Like these games in the playoffs so far, somebody put up a thing of like, don't you miss LeBron now? No, these playoffs are fucking rad. And did you see Embiid's 3 last night? Overtime, buzzer beater?
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
But I don't know. Long term, is that bad for the Sixers? Embiid hit a 3 to win the game.
Yeah, they're not going to win.
He's going to take like 100 threes now.
Yep, and James Harden looks like shit. But that Maxey kid's a goddamn superstar.
Awesome. Yeah.
Goddamn superstar, but it's fun. You don't really need LeBron or any of that shit. And you have this young crop of stars that is coming up, like a Maxey, right? That guy now has 1 million female followers where it's just like, yo, that's the dude.
Yeah, like when basketball players get married, I'm always like, huh.
Yeah.
But why?
Yeah. But why would you do that?
It's got to be a business because everyone's got to know.
Or she's also a freak.
And
no.
You had homeboy in Charlotte that got married at like 22 or whatever to, what's her name, Brittany Renner or whatever, the 29-year-old like Instagram thought.
Oh, yeah.
That took all of his money.
Yes, yeah. And that was what broke up Kobe Bryant's relationship with his father. Because his father was an NBA player. He's actually in that Winning Time HBO series briefly, and they popped Kobe in the background. I don't know if that's true, but it was fun. But he said to his son, he goes, "Look, this is the NBA. A lot of women, a lot of different cities, and you're real young. Wait, just wait until you're older to get married or whatever." And then he brings home Vanessa to the house, who has all the appearances of a gold digger. And he's just like, no, dude, this is not good for you. And then years later, sure enough, it wasn't, obviously, with the trial in Colorado and everything else. They reconciled. I think Kobe had a moment with his pop where he was just like, shit, man, why the fuck did I do that? Why did I get married?
Yeah, well, I don't know, of any other sport. It's kind of just like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be a business decision or what?
Upon further review, I would let this woman take all my money as well.
Brittany Renner?
see.
Yeah.
Let's see a pic of her.
Rob, got to throw her up.
Pop Brittany Renner up on screen.
Get her Instagram up.
Who did she take? Do you know?
And then like
Who was the
Steph
money?
Curry was the only one that like supposedly had like a good wholesome marriage. Cut to their swingers.
And then
They
their
have an
parents
open
broke up.
Are they
marriage.
really?
Open
It
marriage.
was PJ Washington.
Let's see her. Let's see this girl.
This it? This chick?
Yeah, her.
There we go. Yeah.
This is the one.
Yeah. Okay.
Did she get paid? When did this get posted? Because that carpet, I mean, that's what comes with the
Yeah.
house. you know
The
what I mean?
apartment. That comes in the apartment.
yeah, that's not an upgrade. If that's a house, you went with base level.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can tell by the gold fixtures on the doors, like the gold hardware.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
No, this is one of her mini like travel apartments.
That's what I was going to say. I bet you this is her Instagram photographer's apartment, you know, or it's just like, hey, I
That
pay you, come
or-
over, shoot some videos, shoot some
Right.
content.
No, she's shooting that herself. But yeah, I think at the Americana in Glendale is where a lot of the
Go to that
mistresses are
second
put up.
photo. Yeah, there we go. Let's see a full. Yeah. That says to every NBA player, I'm taking all of your money.
That's a great weave. We are not giving enough respect to that weave.
Yeah.
Look how long that is.
You think it's a weave or wig?
I mean,
I think
I don't
it's a
see
wig.
I don't see a seam anywhere. But then look at her part. That's pretty tight.
Yeah, but I don't see any.
Who does her wig work? You know, it's beautiful.
Well, in
Very
the comments,
beautiful.
King of Hair approves. So, I mean, this is obviously
Oh yeah, well then
four
there we
fire
go.
emojis. So,
There we go.
yeah.
There we go.
And then Adu Dabi J says, "How much to hit?" ? So, I mean,
Yeah,
you know
well,
how much to hit.
I think that's a legit
millions.
question.
The price
It's
has
millions.
been legally settled.
Yeah. So just look up that settlement and you're good. That's how much it is to hit.
To hit.
If you want to hit.
They had
How
a kid
much?
together, and I think he owed like more in child support than he made in his career or something. It was like wild.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Those child supports are getting fucking wild, man. Who was the latest one? It was $200,000 a month, and I was like,
Didn't Blake Griffin get that?
"Shit." I think so.
No,
You're
I
right.
think that was Kelly Clarkson's husband.
Oh yeah, he got some fucking shit too, but that's spousal support. So this is different. This is for kids.
That's just to upkeep the lifestyle, right? That
Yeah.
you're accustomed to.
Yeah.
Being Kelly Clarkson's husband.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Why don't people put more respect on him? Like that's a great moment. in
Jeez.
male
He was a
history.
Really?
squatter. He didn't get out of the house.
He really fucking did it.
He legally had to be
He got
removed from
so
their house.
much fucking money.
Yeah.
I mean, she has got to work forever, every single day,
To pay for him.
to pay for him.
Yeah. I bet he walked out of that courtroom singing a moment like this at the top of his fucking lungs. I mean, that was the
It
best
just
day of
makes
his
me
life.
be like, what did she do? I don't know.
Also, according to Ivan Huerta in the chat, Brittany and Tiana Trump are best friends, so that makes more sense.
Oh, there we go, dude. Yeah.
Oh, her. Okay.
Yeah. That makes all the sense in the world. Give them their own show. Shit, how do we hit them up? Well, Tiana Trump's number we have. Let's put her and the other girl together. That show would be fucking fire. I bet you the stories of just celebrities they fucked, those episodes could go into the hundreds.
You title it The Bag.
Yeah. Shit, there's one on our account here on YouTube that's over 900,000 views when she was talking about fucking Bill Maher.
And that's like,
the
who
show.
even cares about hearing how Bill Maher fucks?
No shit. Dude, you know she dropped the hammer about a top 5 NBA player who was gay.
Not top 5.
Did you watch the game the other night?
He had a good game. He's not a top 5 NBA player.
I don't know. He's top 5 paid, right?
I don't know, but
I think
he's
he is.
certainly not a top 5 NBA player.
Bro, he dropped 45 the other night. Come on,
Well,
man.
you just gave that away.
There was a couple people who've scored more
You
than
just watched the
45
show.
points. What's that?
You could watch the show still. Is it up? Tiana Trump?
Yeah, but she didn't say it. So that was one of those, like, as soon as the cameras cut, As soon as those cameras cut, I was like, who is this? Because she wouldn't give it up. And there's some shows you do with interviews where you're like, man, I just want that one thing. And they're like, not going to do it, not going to do it. And then as soon as cameras cut, I was like, who was it? And then she told, and I was like, God damn, dude, we were this close. Fucking heard it right there. Speaking of close, Elon Musk is close to acquiring Twitter in the SEC report that was filed this morning and exposed to the world. He's raised the $46 billion, so it's there. It's not a hoax. He's all in, and he's ready to rock. So this is on fucking Twitter now, because when you file the actual numbers with the SEC, that means you got the money in the fucking bank and you're ready to rock. Mm-hmm. Now, he partnered up with somebody, I don't know who he partnered up with, to clear the rest of it, because he's not all liquid for that. Obviously, SpaceX, Tesla is worth a lot of fucking money, and he couldn't pull out of that necessarily. So I think he was grabbing another banking partner to come in with him, because obviously he has it, and if he was just to sell off, part of Tesla or whatever it is, he'd be good to go. But he has the fucking money, and now he's just absolutely trolling the shit out of people on Twitter, and it is amazing. This is everything we really hope for, because now we know it's real too. It's one thing to say it, but now that you have all the fucking money to buy the goddamn company, let's go, dude. Let's fucking go. So I don't know how this is going to shake out, because now that he actually has the cash, they're going to have to sit down and have a genuine conversation of what the fuck we're going to do with this.
They're not going to do it.
If Twitter has a bad quarter, I don't know how you stop the shareholders from not revolting and saying, take the fucking money.
Well, who's the other venture capital firm who just bought more, like another 11% or something?
I believe it was Vanguard, yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think the board members are going to vote themselves out of a job, because if they vote to allow him to take over the company, they are fired immediately. They lose that $400,000 a year, whatever they get paid, even though it's a drop in the bucket to them. They do nothing on that board.
Dude, what they also lose is just the power of running the number one
it's all
conversation
power because,
piece.
Yeah, it's all power, because if they were thinking about their shareholders and their money, they would do this. You know what I mean? They would take this money.
Whoa. Breaking news here. Sorry to be shocked. They're going to shut down CNN Plus. How long has that been open? An hour? Like 1 hour?
I mean, listen here. We get more listens on Softcore than CNN Plus has subscribers.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Man, I think that just opened a month ago, though, right?
Why are they shutting it down?
Horrific. The download numbers are absolutely horrific.
Was it just another app you could get?
Yes, and you had to pay for it to get news on there. So
why would you ever do that?
Because Fox did it. And Fox, they have zero fucking problems.
Right.
Holy shit. Warner Brothers Discovery. So that's what they're calling it now, huh? I knew that they got bought out, and you're going to see a lot of these streaming services. We actually talked about this on the show fucking 6-8 months ago. You're going to see a lot of these streaming services merge like this and start picking them off. I don't know why this wasn't merged with something else, but I guess it would hurt the content. Because technically, you could have put CNN, Discovery, and then HBO all together on the same app if you wanted to, but I'm sure people would be super pissed off who just wanted to watch HBO if they had to get the CNN package as well as part of that, where they would be like, dude, fuck off. This is too far left. Because that's one of the complaints with Netflix. And Elon Musk said that the other night about Netflix just going super woke on Twitter, ironically. And then their numbers come out and just absolutely fucking crater. Maybe he knew something we didn't. I don't know. But with this CNN Plus, yeah, that's toast. I mean, Chris Wallace had a show there. Anderson Cooper had a show there. Don Lemon had a show there. And then and someone else. But Chris Wallace just got hired, so I wonder if he retires now. He's old as shit. This isn't that shocking, but you're not Fox. Fox is not having any problems with it whatsoever. Dan, co-host on Drinking Bros, he just sat down and did an hour long on Fox Nation, and I guess that airs on the Fox News app. I'm not so bug fuck about news that I need to go buy an app for it, though, of any station whatsoever. Newsmax included, or whoever. I can go to Twitter and find these stories pretty goddamn easy. So, wow, that is crazy, man. And Chris Wallace just left Fox to join CNN Plus too. He was like, I'm tired of it. I want to change the news. Well, you did, Chris. You also changed your career.
Yeah.
Change your career path on that one.
So Ross, what's it changing over to W or Warner Brothers Plus or whatever?
So Warner Brothers is owned now. They've got a pact with HBO.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the breakdown right here. So they own Cinemax, CNN,
Yep.
Comedy Central, Court TV, HBO, Time Warner, and Turner Broadcast Network under their cable distribution. So are they going to get some other ones of those as well, other than just CNN?
So right now, it's a great question. Right now, they're trying to decide what goes with what. Because Discovery Plus, which is rad, by the way, we have that. With Discovery itself, I wouldn't muddy their programming by trying to jam a CNN into that because
No.
it's totally different content. And again, you're going to piss normal people off who just don't want to see the news, right or left. So I don't think they're going to jam it into that. This Warner pack with HBO will stick together, and it is continued slowly. I know throughout COVID, they were doing this with what is it, Superwoman? That's the name of the movie? Is that Gal
Supergirl?
Gadot?
Oh, Wonder Woman.
That's it. Whatever. I don't watch any of that shit, so I don't know. With the Wonder Woman, that went straight to streaming on HBO, and then they were like, well, we're going to go to theaters and then have a limited run and then go to streaming afterwards. But Batman was in theaters not that long, and now it's already on HBO Max already. So I think that deal will probably continue. The other programming they've added like some of those OG like Adult Swims and things like that. Those are all fun.
Because that's all Comedy Central.
Yeah, yeah. And that, like, merging those together is fine because it's just fun content and you really don't have to think and it's not news-based. I don't know what they're going to do with CNN. I don't know what CNN does as a network as a whole.
Looking at this breakdown, Ross, it's really weird. So it looks like Time Warner and Viacom basically own everything.
Correct.
And if you look at Viacom's holding the cable, it's BET, CMT, MTV, Nickelodeon, Showtime, and VH1.
Yeah.
So it's weird that they have these like hard splits on who gets what, but it's also on both sides of the political spectrum.
Right. And that has to end at some point.
If CMT and BMT held on the one, it'd be like synergistic to put that and VH1 together and make some sort of new music television avenue for whatever.
Just call it
is.
Whites and Blacks Can Get Along. If you're doing CMT and BET, you know? It's pretty much Whites and Blacks. Whites and Blacks can get along. Just call it that network. And then, you can show a bunch of fun stuff on there. And then just merge the channels again. It would almost be like calling it MTV. So Viacom owns that as well. But yeah, I think you'll see a lot of these things merge. Netflix, by the way, called this a year ago with the fucking commercials. So they finally came out after the numbers crashed, and then we're like, we're going to offer a lower tiered subscription with commercials in it. And it was like, well, knew that was coming. So that's for the poors out there. They might as well have said that. Hey, for the poors out there, we're going to give you a $5.99 version, but guess what? You're going to have to watch 35 commercials throughout one single show.
It's peasant version.
Yeah, the peasant version, yeah. And the Netflix is going to be sad and droopy. Like the red N is going to be sad and droopy, or it looks like mascara is running down its face, and that'll be the new app. I think that'll be the new fun, flirty app for Netflix. We have some ads, though, here that put this show on the air. That's why it's free, damn it. Otherwise, it would be $15.99, just like everywhere else. GhostBed.com/Drinking Bros. Finest mattresses in the land. Not only do you get the best mattresses, you get the best pillows. And right now, they're giving you 2 free pillows with a mattress. Deal of the century there. Those pillows are a little pricey, but they're worth it. Dan's fucking traveling with them now. He's got a separate bag just for the pillows. I get it, dude. The pillows are the best in the biz. Also, that 40% off bundle package is there when you get the adjustable base and the mattress combined together. Or if you just want to use the promo code Drinking Bros at checkout, you can fill up the entire cart and get 30% off everything in the entire store. Don't sleep on the sheets. Well, I mean, do sleep on the sheets, but don't mentally sleep on the sheets, okay? Those are great as well. Big fan of those. I also like the fact when Homeboy came on the other day, he said, look, we're only making 2 colors of these, just white and gray. People don't need a bunch of fucking options. And I was like,
Yeah.
class.
Grow up,
Classy. I like it.
I would like some.
I think
some
he
options.
said grow up.
You want red? You want some red sheets?
Dan
Red?
literally said before the show, he was like, can I get some colored
Can I get
sheets,
some,
please?
Yeah, just a little option, maybe some navy.
Grow up.
Yeah, grow up. Gray and white. That's all you need.
Do you want silk?
You want silk?
I want a comforter too. We need some comforters.
Yeah,
Well,
they would make the best cooling comforter.
They're working on that. They're working on a dog bed.
They have a weighted blanket.
Yeah, the weighted blanket just came out, so that's dope.
These are just options
I've
that
never
I'm
had it.
throwing out there because I love their product so much that I would just want to buy more.
Go ahead.
He just wants to buy everything. He's like, can they make beverages?
Mm-hmm.
Can they do a food? He just wants Ghost Bed everything.
Everything.
You know?
Yeah.
He loves it so much.
Go to ghostbed.com/drinking bros today. 60-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest there if you have decent credits. All the deals I mentioned, you can put it in that, walk out of there with a brand new bedroom set for about $20, $25 a month. And that's a fun thing. Hopefully all the employees at CNN have ghost beds because they're going to be sleeping a lot. They're going to have some time off in the old bedroom. You can stretch them on out. Watch Brian Stelter. Stelter's still there. Yeah. I don't know how, but Humpty Dumpty is still there. I think his days are numbered. Jen Psaki's coming to MSNBC. Boy, that thing's going to fucking crater too. The least likable person ever is going to get her own show.
Good job.
If they name it Circle Back, it'll be super on brand.
That might be fun.
Will it?
If they like
lean into it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be the only way.
They're going to get a cease and desist from some of our former coworkers that host a podcast called Circling Back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do they trademark it?
I'd imagine.
Check it out. Trademark takes a while, man. Nobody really does it. And it's expensive. Just throwing that out there. Tell them to get Circle Back. Tell them to fucking trademark. We should trademark Circle Back, for Christ's sakes. That's what everybody does. Pat Riley, who's in the Winning Time series, he trademarked three-peat. Anytime you want to use that goddamn phrase, he owns it.
I'm okay with that. Then they have to pay us. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it works. Get a little paycheck. Next up, we got Monk Pack. Monk Pack. Are these empty still? Nick, do we get any more boxes?
We got a bunch of boxes
God
in the
damn it.
back.
Let's go, fam.
Do you even monk?
Do you even monk, bro? Jesse, tell us about Monk Pack.
Monk Pack is a low sugar, keto friendly bar with plant-based, gluten-free, and non-GMO ingredients. It's a perfect snack, but it more importantly tastes really good, is filling. It's one of those things that if you're not doing keto, if you're not doing any kind of diet, you can still grab one of these and feel better about your snacking sitch. My favorite flavor is the caramel sea salt.
Boom, that's in my hand.
Oh.
That's not, I was just going to say, it's my favorite flavor.
They have a granola bar, and then they also have like a fruit and nut bar if you like more of a fiber.
Best in the biz. Yeah, I'm keeping these close.
Hey, Ross, can I get one of those?
Nope, absolutely not. These are
Can
right
I have
here.
the one
They'll
that
be gone.
you just put up?
No, they'll be gone. They'll be gone. I'm having this for lunch today, so
Please?
you can all
The
fuck off.
box?
Yeah,
Please?
the entire box. How many times have you sat down and just ate 3 of these things?
Yeah, you
for
can
real?
still, because you can still feel good about it instead of grabbing like.
They're
1
light.
sugar, 3 carbs, 150 calories. It's amazing.
Exactly.
These are the best in the biz. We tear through these in the office. So yeah, no one's taking this one.
Are you sure? Please.
Positive. No, I got it.
Just one.
20% off your first purchase of any Monk Pack product by visiting
He'll go to the
monkpack.com
bathroom at some
and
point.
enter the promo code Nooners at checkouts. To get started, go to monkpack.com. That is MUNKPACK.com and select any product and then enter the code Nooners at checkout to save 20% off your purchase. Monk Pack is so confident in their product. It's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll exchange the product or refund your money, whichever you prefer. If you want to wash that down with a little hardafseltzer.com, feel free. 8% right here. Boom, right in front of me. OG flavors are still up. Get them. Springtime. Summertime is around the corner. Let's get fucked up again. We're making seltzer hard again. 8%. Guzzle it down. We're shipping by the cases. 42 states. Go to hardafseltzer.com today. Get yourself a goddamn seltzer. Let's go. Man, I love these goddamn things so much that I need to probably lay off of them. I probably need to take a day off of the seltzers. They're good. They're so good. It's just so light and crisp.
Yeah, I was
And all
going
of
to
a sudden you're
say
dizzy.
you probably should.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jabes. Fuck you, dude. These are the best. The best.
I was going to say maybe
I'm better
take
on
a
them.
night off.
I'm better on them. I'm a better human on them. Takes the fucking edge off here. You got a crime corner today, Jabes?
I do. Are we crime cornering
Feel
already?
free. We are. We're crime corner. Crime corner.
Crime corner.
There it is. Crime corner.
Crime corner. Kindergartner brings Jose Cuervo margaritas to snack time at school. Now, is it a flaw?
Yeah.
Parents at Grand River Academy are outraged when a kindergartner brought a bottle of ready-to-drink Jose Cuervo margaritas, and multiple students drank them. So I sent you a video, Bob. Can we play it or no?
The news video?
Yeah.
Just the one at the top of the...
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me...
I bet there's an ad.
Yeah, there's probably an ad on this, so let me get through that.
Well.
So I just like this serious, because I think it's funny. And I know definitely if I've had like, oh shit, snack time the next day after like we partied at the house or something, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I have to bring snack.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Got
I
the video.
know I've probably thrown some shit in there, whatever. And I think it's funny. And if someone else did it, I would be like, oh my God, shit. So I just like how serious they are about it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Give it a
Ready?
go.
Yeah.
Drink. He claimed she drunk 4 to 5 sips.
A Dixie cup full of not juice or water, a mixed tequila drink served to 5 and 6-year-olds.
Well.
How did she feel?
She's feel like a little woozy. She's a little dizzy when we went in there with the principal. We asked her, was she okay? How did she feel? She said a little dizzy.
These parents puzzled, understandable. Their daughters
So, like,
given Jose
looks
Cuervo
like juice.
margaritas they
It says
thought
pink
was
lemonade.
Keep going. I now I need to hear the end of this.
juice by a fellow kindergartner Thursday at Grand River Academy in Livonia at snack time.
She said the girl poured it in her cup and she drank it, and then the girl ended up telling her what it was. So she went to the teacher and told the teacher that there's liquor in this cup, and the teacher gave her like a funny face.
It turned out to be a single-serve pre-mixed drink like this. The little girl brought it to school in her backpack.
I had a small conversation with my daughter about it, not nothing big, and she told me that the girl knew that it was liquor.
Parents are obviously angry over what happened,
Like,
directing
hard-hitting.
some of that anger to school officials here
gone
at
to the
Grand
scene
River
of the crime.
Academy, wondering how could this have been prevented. The
It's a
school
rain slicker
released a
she's got
statement
there.
to us saying in part, while we try to keep an eye on everything our students bring to school, that's simply not possible. It's unfortunate that these types of adult beverages can be easily mistaken for child-friendly drinks.
No,
End
not
quote.
one
Not
prick.
They also
those.
called
I mean,
there
Tyson
is
who
some.
said to give the
They look
kids
like
water
lemonades.
and crackers.
If you're a kid, you
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure if
For
they
sure, and they're being
Yeah.
poured into
whatever,
Dixie
but,
cups.
Well,
you know,
the one kid knew.
One kid knew.
it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Snitch.
The 5
And did you notice the
kindergartners who
10% on
drank
those?
tequila were
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, because there is margarita mix that's literally just a mix, right?
Sure,
And you have
sure.
to add your tequila. So then I first thought it was like, oh, okay. I mean, I could definitely see accidentally or, oh shit, this is all I have. Let's put this in a bottle, whatever. But no, it was like clearly those little...
No, hold on.
Because it's lemonade. There's no alcohol in the margarita mix.
So you're saying at some time in your life, your child has needed a beverage and all you've had was margarita mix, and you're like, have a good day at school.
And pickles. Listen, I learned how to be a mom later in my first child's life. Like I was like, oh shit, you got to bring snack all the time. You got to make things cute. You got to be prepared. You know what I mean? So I've definitely sent like a cupcake and a margarita mix. No, I didn't. But that made a little bit of sense, but not the straight up 10%. And if I think about my kid when he was in kindergarten drinking tequila, whew.
What I liked was she said the kids were woozy, but nobody blacked out. I mean,
No,
that's
they
a strong tolerance for a kid to be able to pound a 10% and then just be fine. Usually, you would black out after something like that, and you didn't.
If you had 4 sips as like a 4-year-old, 5-year-old,
yeah,
Weighing what, like 20,
yeah,
40
like
pounds?
you would be
40, probably like 40
probably
pounds.
48 pounds.
you would be like, there's some that must have been freaking out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there were some, but most of them were fine. No one blacked out. And I think you're teaching a valuable lesson of, look, this is what life's going to be like.
Right.
You're going to go off to college. You're not always going to know what's in your drink. Can you handle yourself? The answer is yes. So
Yeah.
me personally, I'm proud of these children. Now, the one that I'm not proud of is the one who snitched.
The snitch.
The fucking snitch who was like, it's alcohol.
But-
no need. Just enjoy the day all boozed up in kindergarten.
But
like you're playing
teacher-
games anyways, knocking over blocks. Who cares?
A teacher had to pour this. Do you know what I mean? Like kindergartners they bring the snack. And
Right.
then the teachers have to like give them out, right? Like we brought Cheerios and margaritas. So like the teacher has to put it in the Dixie cup, which they said they were drinking out of Dixie cups.
What is it? You've got a little airplane bottle on your desk right there. What is that?
Hawaiian coffee.
Kahlua rum.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's rum?
Yeah,
All right,
rum.
so open that up. See how difficult it is live on air. Just open one of them up.
But I don't think they were these. They were bigger.
Right, it doesn't matter. They've got the same top, right? See how difficult that is to open? A child couldn't open that on their own.
That's what I'm saying. The teachers poured it.
Yeah. So clearly they fucking opened it and did it.
Yeah.
Have they never seen Jose Cuervo or little
That's what I
margaritas
mean.
before? That's crazy.
So the person that brought it is not so much in trouble as they had to make statements of like, look, we try and,
I've only been fooled one time by non-booze where I thought it was non-booze and it was booze, and I was like, oh shit. There was our grocery store here is H-E-B. There was a water
Oh, yeah.
that was spiked, and I just got out of the gym. Like I ran like, I don't know, 5 miles, whatever the fuck it was. And I was like, oh man, I was out of water. I just grabbed a water and pounded it. And I was like, oh shit, this is booze. And I forget the name of the water. Bob, if you're able to pull it up, because it is in a water bottle too, where you're just like, the fuck is this? And it was strong. I was like, all right, great. Now you can be confused on that, but I've never had anything else where I could be confused on, I don't think.
No, I mean, yeah.
I mean, let's just get down to brass tacks here and stop beating around the bush. This teacher is a groomer. She was going to get all the kids drunk. And teach them her pedophile ways and tell them that their genitals were wrong.
We all know that's what every teacher wants to do, right?
Yeah, let's just skip to the end here. That's where this is going.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. We have a shot of this teacher?
No.
We get a pic of this teacher
No.
here and all?
They're all pedophiles.
Yeah.
Oh, there
They
is?
got a picture of her?
pedophiles.
Here we go. That's Ezra Miller.
It's Ezra
It's
Miller.
Ezra Miller. It was Ezra Miller.
Fuck.
Look, here's the teacher. Ezra Miller.
That's a great segue, by the way, because we're
Yeah.
talking about this motherfucker afterwards.
Look at this, giving margaritas to kids.
Yeah.
Look at him.
So if that was the teacher, you'd be like, yeah, of course. That woman is giving margaritas to kids. Nope, that's the dude in the Flash.
Yeah.
Who is the Flash?
Yeah.
In the Flash, whatever he is, dude.
He has some kind of allergic reaction to alcohol where he completely loses his mind every time he takes a sip.
If you're in the state of Hawaii and he walks in,
You've got to leave.
you got to run.
You've got to run.
Run out of there. He's been arrested twice.
Especially if you're
in the
a
last 2
lady.
weeks.
So Johnny Depp was dropped from the Fantastic Beasts movies for allegedly hitting a woman. And that's not even true. And Ezra Miller just like threw a chair and hit a woman in the head with it. And he's still going.
She had a 2-inch gash. They had to put stitches in.
But this was right after, what was the last karaoke incident? I think that was involving like,
Yeah, was it Bali or somewhere? Where was he?
He doesn't, yeah.
No, Hawaii.
Hawaii, sorry.
Yeah. And,
Hawaii.
and that was another time, by the way, he keeps going after chicks.
That's what I'm saying. Like he, if you're a woman and you're in a bar and this guy walks in, I would leave.
Yeah.
At least have your head on the swivel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least be ready to, be in an old fashioned cockfight.
I don't know what this dude's problem is. Like I can't figure it the fuck out with him.
Drugs and alcohol, but
Because
yeah.
he's lucky to be famous and make a bunch of money. Like for this guy, let's face it, like he's super lucky. He's just a complete fucking weirdo, and somebody found this weirdo and was just like, hey, let's put him in a movie. And then all of a sudden he got another one.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a good actor.
Yeah, he is.
Like,
but
he's talented on screen.
he has a weird kind of head.
Yeah.
And it's not a traditional casting where you're like, all right, cool. The first thing he was in, that's where I think you got lucky on, because you needed somebody like that, somebody super weird. What was it? What was
Perks
it?
of being a
That's
wallflower.
it. Yeah.
He was really, really good.
Really
at that.
fucking good in it. But you needed that weirdo at that age, and that's a hard thing to cast for. And they found the perfect dude, and now he's famous, and he's in Hawaii just fucking people up.
So here's my theory, and I think you are a perfect person to answer this because you were both in Hollywood and went to a major state school. Most celebrities, especially the ones who go to LA straight out of high school or like when they're 20 or whatever the fuck, they never learn how to drink.
No.
They do not. That is true.
Same with athletes, too. I feel like
true.
it's very similar with athletes.
Like I feel like you had to see that a lot. Like you see another 23-year-old in LA or 25-year-old in LA and you're like,
drinking and drugs all the time. And because you didn't have a college, right? So you're skipping college, going to LA, you're 18 years old. And if you get famous at that age.
Yeah, God forbid you get like a big part and you're meeting with executives or something, or they expect you in these party situations
100%.
to not party.
Yeah.
By the way, you shouldn't be drinking.
One of my old friends, his sister was Tara Reid. I did a movie with her. I've been friends with her for years. She admitted that because she skipped and went straight to Hollywood, and she was just like, dude, they offered me the fucking world. Like, and you're just meetings or drinks. Everybody's got drugs. You're 18 years old. You didn't go to college. That is your college. And then you got to navigate your way out of that shit. And it's just, it's too much, man.
Yeah.
It's too much. Because you and I have friends who've made it out normally, like fucking Lakin. Christine Lakin made it out normal, where you're just like, all right, that was a child star.
Yeah.
Most of them don't. Josh Peck talked about it on the other show, and it was just like, most of them don't. There's just too much going on, and they're just offering you everything, and you don't know, and you didn't go to college before that. So I think that was the advantage that I had going there, was like I had already partied my ass off in college, so I wasn't really impressed by any of the things that were going on, because I was like, that's pretty light. You ever done a gravity bong in fucking West Virginia? You know? Somebody puts a nitrous balloon over the goddamn bong and you get knocked off a wooden chair while you got a dip in your mouth. Like, that's some intense shit.
Right.
Some light cocaine use and some drinking, big fucking deal. You wouldn't last 2 nights at West Virginia or, wherever.
Yeah.
Insert college there at that point. Imagine shoving some of these little fuckers to Arizona State. I think there should be a mandatory one. If you're that famous at 18 years old, you should go to Arizona State for 1 year after that and then continue on your career.
Yeah, I think that's a good investment.
Yes.
For like the agency, your agents, your managers should 100%. Just be like, you got to get to fucking Scottsdale, dude. Or Tempe.
And especially,
Tempe.
Tempe.
Yeah.
But especially when, you finish shooting the movie, you have a year before it comes out. That's the year to do it. You're a lead in a huge movie and you're going to get other shit. Send them right then, where it's just like, great. Because the casting directors haven't seen that movie yet. So you're not really getting movies in between until that movie comes out. Send them to Arizona State for 1 year.
Or do you do like a party shaman sitch?
What do you mean?
Where like for that year, you have the opposite of a sober coach.
Well, what you're naming is what John Lennon had. You know that, right?
What?
He had a party shaman.
That was
hired by Yoko.
Yeah, but he was doing like crazy drugs that you kind of need shaman for. I mean, just straight up like party shaman, like knowing your limits, taking you to the limits, taking you home.
Giorgio would be good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking pictures of stuff, being like, look, like, cool, we had fun, whatever, but this is how it ended.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe we stop at this. Or, you know what I mean? If there's these type of people around, go ahead and have a shot. If there's these type of people around, we're going to have some wine. And this is your limit, and get it all out.
Yeah. And then go back.
Right.
And then go back to Hollywood. Otherwise, if you're just languishing there, yeesh, it's rough. It's
like,
rough.
Why is he just like in Hawaii getting wasted and beating chicks up in bars?
I don't know. I mean, I understand going to Hawaii just because you're rich and you can. And you're like, all right, great. Maybe I'm not doing another movie for 6 months or whatever it is, Right. You're just kind of studying up on something, whatever character you're going to be. Great place to be. But if you can't handle your shit, you shouldn't go out to fucking bars. It's just, the islands, Bob will tell you this. Bob's our resident Hawaii expert. Islands are small.
The islands, yes, they're small, and the soul is you are collected and connected with everyone else there, and it's just not. You can't insert yourself.
It's kind of like a Johnny Depp in Hawaii.
Yes.
Yes. I see more of what he's doing being like a Key West thing. Like Hawaii is like, I don't know. It's not where you do everything that he's doing.
No, they don't really like when white people fuck with you.
No.
Yeah, like he's going to be on edge every time he walks into anywhere because they hate him anyway. So it's like, go to Key West, go some like dingy ass place.
Well, it's
and
too
just
late
like,
now for him because now everywhere he goes, any bar he goes into, it's just you're automatically putting a bike helmet on.
Yes.
You know? Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with this guy. It feels like a Shia LaBeouf sitch. Remember when LaBeouf was just getting wasted fucking people up outside?
I don't know if it was like mindless and girls and stuff. I think he was getting in fights, right?
Who's the other one? Emil Hirsch.
He was getting arrested a lot.
Emil Hirsch. Remember Emil Hirsch jumped
like
over a table and put that girl in a fucking headlock at Sundance?
No. But did anything happen with LaBeouf and what Twigs or whatever the fuck he was dating?
That kind of went away.
FK Twigs.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know
lawsuit's
why.
still going on.
Oh, it's ongoing.
Is that legit though? I don't know if that.
He said it was.
Substance.
He said it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I was surprised that he admitted it, but he actually came out and said, "Yeah, it was, and I need to work on myself, and I'm going to go away for a while."
And he was like trying to like push her out of the car or something, kind of like Manziel.
Very similar sitch. I mean, there was a lot of fucked up shit between them, with the STDs and shit too, the herpes. Yeah. I mean, it got dark. It got super dark, and I'm sure his lawyer was pissed off about it, but he just did it on his own and came out and said, "Yeah, I did some fucked up shit."
It's probably why it went away. It's
Yeah,
too dark.
and
Probably.
and then he went away too.
Yeah, and because he said, "I'm going away."
He did everything I would tell him to do.
Yeah. So he probably wrote her a check, just one check from it, like a Transformers residual check, and just said, "Hey, I'm sorry. Why don't you get the fuck out of here?"
Yeah, if you ever fuck up, you immediately disappear. Things go away in 48 hours, and then you reappear like a year later. It's fine.
Like Will Smith should stay in Dubai for a year. Not go anywhere, not say anything, don't use social media, get out of that relationship and everything else.
He's already done too much.
Yes, and it's not going to happen. And she's already doing too much. She just sat down and did a red table talk that's going to air about the slap. And it's her and a bunch of women and like just the look on her face. In this promo video, we were just like she's some queen of like, oh man, I didn't want this to happen. And you're just like, come on, dude. I mean, it's she's got this huge like
she won't
shawl
even back
on.
him up.
No.
Then.
She's going to throw him under the bus religiously. And like, if I were him.
I didn't want him to do that. I didn't tell him to do it. I don't need.
Stay in Dubai for a year.
Yeah.
Stay in Dubai for a year. Let all this shit blow over. Something fucked up is going to happen.
Quietly divorce.
Yeah, something fucked up is going to happen. But however, on the quiet side, they said if they do get divorced, that's going to be messy. Like, they're going to get into all this shit then, I guess. So, I don't know. You're both rich enough that, like, just divide it down the middle and move on with your life. The kids are grown, right? They're not underage, so who cares?
And I think the son came out. Is it Jaden?
Oh, is he gay?
No, not came out. He came out and said, like, I don't love, because he's not a part of the Red Table Talk. It's the 3 generation of women talking about everything about their family, like outing things about the men in their family that the guys don't have any control over. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of like, I don't love that everything's out there. Just going to say it.
Yeah.
Like, I do think some things should be private.
It doesn't.
But he has no control over what they talk about.
And it doesn't benefit her. Like, it seems like this is just all about her. And, even that video we showed on Drinking Bros, man, that was fucking ruthless. Of her using his social media for shit and everything else. Like, all of it is to benefit her and this Red Table. It's like she's trying to become her own Oprah or something like that. And it's like, hey, dude, you guys are already so rich and famous. There's no higher place to go at that point. I mean, yeah, you could take over for Oprah, I guess, but who cares?
She could never.
Somebody will.
Right, but it's not going to be her.
I agree, but not in her mind. Who knows what the fuck's going on?
No, it's just this culture of like, I'm just like super open. And part of being open and real and just like so real is that you're talking about stuff and telling other people's stories that maybe they don't want to be told. and Will just needs to get on down the road.
Yeah, he does. R.I.P. CNN is trending now, so it's not long over there. I know they got a new guy to take over too, a new president of the network, and he's trying to change the culture and I guess move it back to news like it used to be. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. It would be like if Fox tried to change and be like, well, we're just going to report the news, not a prayer. That train has left the station.
I think they should have more stuff like Anthony Bourdain's shows were on there. Mm-hmm. Like that kind of shit.
Yeah. But it's almost too late. I feel like the other networks I feel like Discovery's already cornered that market.
Yeah.
So, and they own, they're with the same parent company, so there's no reason for a CNN anymore. If you're going to go just straight news, I guess headline news is the way to go. But I don't know if you've watched headline news. It is so fucking boring compared to the other shit now where you're like, oh, all right, well, I guess that's it. Right?
There's only one use for cable news, and that's massive breaking stories like the invasion of Ukraine, 9/11.
Yeah.
That's, and election nights. Like that's fucking it.
Yeah. The rest of it's just kind of dead, and it's just opinions. Which is, I guess what podcasts are and shit like that.
Like the top story on Muir still, they open up every show still with COVID and Ukraine.
Yeah, can't do it. Can't do it anymore. Because you can't talk about the president.
That's like the headline.
Right,
yeah.
But you can't talk about the president or anything that's going on with inflation or anything else, because then that looks bad for the left. So you're very limited in the topics you can discuss. And you're down to two, Ukraine and COVID. And COVID isn't really a topic anymore. So, yeah, they're fucked. They are absolutely fucked. But we called this 2 years ago. I was like, hey, if he gets in, it's over for you guys. So just know if Biden gets in, your network is gone. And the first one is done in a month. I don't know how long the other one will last. I don't. Because if you look at the subscription models and everything else like we were talking about earlier, Fox has no problem with the subscriptions and their ratings on primetime. All those fuckers kill. Hannity. Today just became the longest running news host in primetime. That's in the history of television. He's number one. And they got a picture of him when he still had black hair. And I was like, I don't even remember that. Do you?
No.
When I think of Hannity, I just think of the gray hair and that's it.
Oh, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I got a picture of it. He just became the longest running primetime news host.
We have a picture of when he had black hair. Can you put that Ezra Miller picture back
there? There it is right there. Boom. Boom. That's Hannity.
I don't even remember Hannity when he had black hair, right?
Or mascara or lip gloss.
I know.
I don't remember that Hannity, but that's who he was. That's who he was. Stick around this afternoon. We got fake news. I think
that's gonna be late.
Yeah, it's gonna be late because a bunch of people are in town for Moon Tower, so we're recording a bunch of episodes the next couple days, I believe, with a bunch of people we love, and I think fake news will be late today, maybe 4-ish Central Time.
4 o'clock Central, yeah.
5 East Coast, and I think JP Sears is joining the fake news tonight, which should be a blast, so looking forward to that. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a review. It's all the advertisers care about, and then go to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, that's it. You just set the phone down and walk away. Walk away. Live your best life after that. Click the 5-star, throw the phone on the ground, and just walk away. Or find Chuck Liddell in a suite and just throw your phone into the suite. Have him take a picture and then leave. That'd be a weird, fun thing to do. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.